All right, I got that live. Here we go.
Recording in progress.
No, that was a Super Bowl. That was a Super Bowl. Blame that on the Super Bowl. All right. Here we go. Today is February 20th, 2022. Sunday Bars. Welcome to Sunday Bars. Today, we are going to be talking about the topic of closing your arc, cutting off contradictions, incompatibility, and everyone that plays both sides. I'm going to say this again. It's February 20th, 2022. Today we are focusing on closing your arc, cutting off contradictions, incompatibilities, and everyone that plays both sides. Both sides. Now, that's a pretty harsh topic. So I wanna start off on a positive note because that's some pretty harsh. Sounds like we're gonna go some places today. And we are. We're gonna go some places. Alright. Only allow people that you cherish and that cherish you in your arcs, in your main arcs. Now, I did a workshop for a group of women that wanted their husbands and boyfriends to cherish them more. And not only does this work in regular relationships, this works in really any relationship. If you love a person and if the person loves you. When a person gets married or when two people get married, what do they say at the end of the marriage? They say, do you promise to love and nobody ever says the "and" part. Love and you promise to love and cherish, right? Love and cherish. Love and cherish. Okay. So that means only allow people that you cherish and that cherish you in your main arcs. Yeah. How can you make somebody cherish you? Well, first you have to find out what they cherish and then line up with it. The boss-secretary relationship is always super, super close because the boss and the secretary or the boss and assistant or whatever, client assistant, they're going through work ups and downs. So you're going to get to know a person if you're going through work ups and downs. So forget relationships, do work. Well, what type of work? Well, what does your partner cherish? I don't know. Hold on. So you got married and you don't know what your partner cherishes? Man, that's going to work out. That's probably going to work out. Okay. It's probably going to work out really well. I've asked so many people too, what does your partner cherish? No, I'm sorry. What is your marriage partner? Marriage. Because you made vows. Love and cherish. Well, what do you cherish? I don't know what I cherish. What do they cherish? I don't know, but I love them. Peanut butter, no jelly. Peanut butter, no jelly. Cool. Peanut butter, no jelly. But we have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Okay, so again, at the end of the day, please know what you cherish. And then when you know what you cherish, what do they cherish? And then line up with it. Help them grow what they cherish. Do you understand getting a phone call from somebody that grows with what you cherish? Shout out to consultants out there. So the boss secretary or the boss partner or the boss assistant, they know each other better than the boss wife or the boss husband because the relationship, you can not talk about nothing and be together. But in business, talking about nothing is going to split y'all up. I love that. In business, talking about nothing for years doesn't even make it can't happen. In relationships and marriages, talking about nothing for years and decades can happen. It does. So, lining up with what each other cherishes for years and decades, oh, that's gonna get old. That's gonna get old. But think about it. When people say stuff gets old, it's like, yeah, you probably on this side. But when you are aligned with what a person cherishes, and then you do that for them, they do that for you, it's a different type of life. So all I have to do is line up with what they cherish, and they're all yours, right? And I go like this: yes, but guess what? It's always something. Dang, it's always something. It's more. What you mean? Well, that's half the battle, because it could be enhanced. Your ability to line up with what they cherish, because it would be silly for us to say that we found our perfect matches in friendships, business, or in love. However, I do know exceptions exist, and I know probability and statistics exist too. But I know there's rock stars out here too, though, so I could be talking about, well, rock stars, that's, you guys are the exceptions, but I don't like to base everything on rock stars' life. But that would be funny if it was just nothing but rock stars listening. Then scratch everything I just said and do the opposite. But again, okay, just line up with what they cherish. Yeah. That's half the battle. But your ability to line up with what they cherish makes you a consultant. And treat it like a consulting business. And do a good job and really measure yourself. They'll tell you, but tell yourself first before they even have a chance to tell you. So again, hopefully that helped us start off on a good note, because it's time to bring out the scissors and it's time to start cutting out people. But again, cut people off. Good night, New York. I'm sick of that. It's time to cut people off the right way. So let's make sense of things. Okay? All right, let's go. And again, this is all for the Zoom. I got the live on, but this is for the Zoom. Okay. So, have you ever heard of smaller jars inside of larger jars? Or jobs within a job? Or groups within a group? Or a nation within a nation? Well, we all have arks inside of the larger arks. And this metaphor of arks is the vessel in the Genesis flood narrative in Genesis chapter 6 through 9, through which God spares Noah, his family, and examples of all world's animals from a world engulfing flood. Okay? So I'm going to say it again. Have you ever heard of smaller jars inside of larger jars, or jobs within a job, or groups within a group, or a nation within a nation? We have arcs inside of larger arcs. And again, this metaphor of ark that I'm starting off with is the vessel or ship in the Genesis flood narrative, Genesis chapter 6 through 9, through which God spares Noah, his family, and examples of all world animals from a world engulfing flood. So, I like to start off with definitions. I'm going to go a little quicker though. Ark definition: the ship built by Noah. Quick. Closing definition: bringing something to an end. Final. Contradictions: A combination of statements, ideals, or are features of a situation. So I'm going to say that again. A combination of statements, ideals, or features of a situation that are opposed to one another. A person, a thing, or a situation in which inconsistent elements are present, and the statement of a position opposite to the one already made. The statement of a position opposite to the one already made. Contradictions. Incompatibility. The condition of two things being so different in nature as to be incompatible of coexisting. Inability of two people to live together harmoniously. Inability of equipment, computer programs, etc. to be used in combination. So this is for technological compatibility too. So that's what they put at the end. Last definition. Playing both sides. To manipulate two opposing sides of an argument, conflict, competition, etc. against one another for one's own benefit or advantage. Okay? Okay. Here's a perspective statement. When to cut someone off is a question that is contextual. It's contextual. So it must be answered in proper context. So if you ask this question from a broad standpoint, then it can't be holistically answered. Here are a few micro reasons to why people cut other people off or they close their arcs. So again, these are my most hard top 10 reasons for cutting people off. Number one, they feel like they can do better or believe they have already found better. That's number one. Number two, codependent people will always leave you for new management. This is deep. Codependent, I wrote this too, so this is another, I wrote this. Codependent people will always leave you for new management. These people practice management hypergamy, like gold diggers practice economic hypergamy. I'm going to say this again. Many codependent people will always leave you for new management. These people practice management hypergamy like gold diggers practice economic hypergamy. Do you know how they say to get over someone, you must get under someone new? And I'm not saying that's good advice. That is like the worst advice on the planet. Well, these people are always under new management then. No pun intended. Number three. They are influenced by older divisive energies that are addicted to cutting everyone out of their lives. Think about it. They cutting people. Let's listen to when they talk. I just cut somebody off. Had to cut somebody off the other day. Now, you know I've been cutting people off. Just cut them off. Hey, Merry Christmas. Cut them off. Getting close to the New Year's. You know it's a New Year's Eve. Who you cutting off this year? They're always influenced by older divisive energies that are addicted to cutting everyone out of their lives. And everyone impressionable in their inner and outer networks. Number four, they feel like they don't need you anymore. Number five, they are easily swayed and influenced by new temptations. Number six, they feel like other people appreciate them better. Now check this out. Now I'm not gonna lie. These are some downloads. Fill me out on this. You got me? Let me get a confirmation. Here we go. Number six. This is deep. Check this out. This is deep. They feel like other people appreciate them better. Even though longevity and familiarity actually decreases appreciation levels in so-called unappreciative people. So again, longevity and familiarity actually decreases appreciation levels in so-called unappreciative people. So this means the beginning of relationships is the easiest time for unappreciative people to look like they're full of gratitude. I just want to stop all these freaking. I'm listening to the stuff that's going around, and I'm like, God, that makes no sense. So many people are like, I'm like, what happened? How did y'all split up? Because they didn't appreciate me no more, and I met somebody else that appreciates me, and then they appreciate me, and I'm just being around people that appreciate me, and I'm like, here, let me write this. They feel like other people appreciate them better. But think, Jason, even though longevity, familiarity actually decreases, because again, a so-called unappreciative person is around you for a long period of time, so that's longevity. And familiarity, I'm around you all the time, I'm familiar with you. I'm starting to not appreciate you. So even though longevity and familiarity actually decreases appreciation levels in so-called unappreciative people, but this means that the beginning of relationships is the easiest time for unappreciative people to look like they're full of gratitude. Scroll down. Number 7, they feel like they have outgrown you. Number 8, they are destination addicts. The ideal that happiness is the next place, the next job, or even with the next partner. These people can't give up the ideal that happiness is just somewhere else. Think about it. I'm finding happiness. Come on, man. I'm finding happiness. I'm chasing. I am looking for happiness. That's why it will never be where you are. That's one of my favorite memes. It said the ideal that happiness is the next place, the next job, or even with the next partner. These people can't give up the ideal that happiness is somewhere else. That's why it will never be where they are. It's pretty deep. Number 9. They are compatible with universal or individualized ignorance. And the oldest war of all wars is the battle between knowledge and ignorance. Show me a battle older than that. And I'm not trying to battle you. I want to say your stuff instead of that. But I don't know a war older than knowledge and ignorance. 10. Jason, go deep. All right, let's go deep. Their water can't be changed. A real OG named Clemson Brown told Dr. Africa that, and again, he wants to, let's give hope to the black people. Let's give hope to the black community. And again, I love Clemson Brown and I love Dr. Africa. I would have been scared to meet him because he's one of them OGs that shoot it straight. So, too straight. You like, so Clemson Brown said that if you take a drop of water out of the ocean, the entire ocean is still in that one drop of water, or that one water droplet, which is a form of giving hope, how he connected it to the black community, right? But Dr. Africa said something that blew my mind. He said if you take a drop of water out of the ocean, your imprint is on it, and it will not be the same anymore. And it will not go back into the collective water like that again. That's just science. You have left your imprint on that water droplet forever and for all eternity. We call water the fluid of God, Ammon's fluid, or amniotic fluid. the fluid that you were born in. So, Dr. Africa, these are my thoughts. Dr. Africa didn't say that you imprinted the water from a positive standpoint or a negative standpoint. All I just heard is you affected and imprinted the water droplet from the ocean, according to science. Well, since the human body is mostly made of water, we're all little water droplets that must work together within our micro arc networks and the other macro arc networks that we're in, which will create the many ponds, lakes, and oceans of defense needed to counter the or your oceans of ignorance, envy, jealousy, miscommunication, and a billion other things that influences you to want to close your ark in the first place. The fact that we're even talking about closing your ark, that's what we're talking about. And again, that's usually connected to ignorance, jealousy, envy, miscommunication, and maybe a billion other things that makes you want to close your ark doors. So since we're talking about all this water, then we're little water droplets talking about, man, what we gonna change? But should we all unite with it? No. You unite with your compatible little tribe, your little groups, your little families, whatever you want to call them. And you make ponds, and you make lakes, and you make oceans of defense too. Because you got to work positive, because it's going to be the defense of the counter to the oceans. Because again, you're going to be ponds, lakes, and oceans, but there's ponds, lakes, and oceans of ignorance, jealousy, envy, miscommunication, and a billion other things. You little water droplets. You little independent water droplets, you. That is really funny. I swear that was funny. I'm pointing at you. Thank you. Stop playing with me. That is funny. I'm an independent water droplet. Look, oceans of jealousy, oceans of envy, oceans of miscommunication. I'm an independent water droplet. I'm a water droplet that's doing it on my own. Oceans of people working together, and oceans of this and oceans of that, and ponds and lakes of that. I'm an independent water droplet. That's what's up. If the human body is mostly made of water, and their water has been changed in a way that works against the group arc or the individual arc, then you should probably close your arc to them. Deeper translation. Again, since humans are mostly made of water, this is the water that you want outside of your boat or ark versus the water that you want inside of your boat or ark. Because I don't care how dry you think your ship is, it's still water in your boat, according to science. Your boat, if you're in a boat, it's always got water in it. Ain't that funny? It's water that'll sink your ship, and then there's water that that needs the ship to float, so it won't die in water. That was crazy. That was crazy. That was crazy. I've never heard that before. I have never heard it before. It's always water in your boat. It's just water that will sink your ship because of the other water that you got to stay away from. But we're made of water, and it's crazy, man. But Jordan Peterson said, make friends with people that want the best for you. I say, but if you don't know what's best for you, how will you see these so-called best friends? We are usually taught to make friends with people that are like us, that agree with us, that never challenge us. And if somebody does challenge us, then we leave them. What are you doing challenging me? We leave them for people who will agree with us all of the time and only coach and challenge us the way we like it. Those are the friends all the way. Those are not your friends, you dictator. Shout out to Dick Tracy. That's your dictator name, Dick Tracy. Jordan Peterson also said, you should want the best for the best in your friends. I'm going to say this again. You should want the best for the best in your friends. How much best is in them? I was thinking about Travis Best. But the definition of best, of the most excellent, effective, or desirable type of or quality, to the highest degree, or the most, that which is most exciting or excellent, outstanding, or desirable. That's one definition of like trillions of definitions. That's one definition of best. Let me go back to what Jordan Peterson said. You should want the best for the best in your friends. Make friends with people that want the best for you. What's the definition of, what's a definition of best? Of the most excellent, effective, or desirable type or quality, the highest degree, or the most, that which is most excellent, outstanding, or desirable. Do y'all be dealing with your friends with adjectives and nouns like that? If you do, that's cool. But that is funny. That's funny. Thank you for being real too. Shoot. Okay. Letting go of teammates and partners that come from abusive parents, or people who love to create chaos and then love to master the many pains that come with the chaos they created. Say that one more time. Right now, we're going to talk about lightly letting go of teammates or partners that come from abusive parents, or people who love to create chaos. Hold on, we're in chaos. Yeah, I created it. I just didn't tell you, or I'm telling you. I've heard stories of, I create chaos and I didn't tell nobody. Everybody's tripping around me. I'm over here like, like the cartoons. It's people that do that stuff. And then there's some people that be like, hey, I'm sorry, y'all, I created all this chaos. And then everybody's like, bah, 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 bah. No, they not. Don't do that. But letting go of teammates and partners that come from abusive parents, or people who love to create chaos and then master the pain. What? Here we go. Recruiting or attracting a person that grew up with a parent that had a psychological disorder. Untreated psychological disorders can carry over into your ARK projects. Untreated psychological disorders could, I didn't say it will, it should, or it might. I said it could carry over into your ARK projects. Because remember, we're talking about closing the ARK doors. Untreated, I didn't say a psychological disorder. I said an untreated psychological disorder could carry over into your ARK projects. Jason said crazy people gonna mess your ARK up. I did not say that. I said untreated psychological disorders could. It will, could. He said it will, could carry over into your ARK projects. Here is a macro example that I am also open to unpacking deeper. So again, this ain't no, let me hear what he say, and I'm going to say something deeper than that. I don't care. I'm just giving a little macro example that needs to be unpacked more. Just giving it a starting point. We're going to call it ACA. It's an adult child of an alcoholic. ACA, an adult child of an alcoholic. Oh, it's an adult that's a child that's had a parent that was an alcoholic. Oh, okay. Many identified ACAs like to keep everything neat or messy to rebel, but they are really loyal because they are used to consistently being there, cleaning up everyone's messes. If that makes sense. ACA, an adult child of an alcoholic. Many identified ACAs like to keep everything neat or neater or messy to rebel, but they are really loyal because they are used to consistently being there, cleaning up everyone's messes. I'm going to throw out this disclaimer. This is not a diagnosis by any means. This is not a diagnosis by any means. This is not a diagnosis by any means. This is merely a light example to be opened up in more detail later. Closing the ark on family or project members, no matter what. Now this is deep. Closing the ark on family or project members, no matter what. So I said, I want to use some references because I just want to deal with this different, because if you come into this opinionated, you automatically got people coming at you southpaw. So out of all the therapists that I looked up, I like Tamara Hill. She's a licensed trauma and mental therapist. She's the one talking about getting rid of family and people in your businesses that do these things. What are these things? The chameleon effect. What is the chameleon effect? Well, she said this means when your so-called enemies come back, they will come back and become or become the role, like an actor, the role that works best for you, to get you to come back to their life. And once you do, look, y'all ready to hear something bad? I'm gonna leave it so ambiguous. And once you do, they may still be the same person. So you still got to do the work to see who you're dealing with. But the reeling in effect, the chameleon effect, means they will come back. They will become the role, or they will become a role that works best for you. Ooh, to add to my life, to get you to come back to their life. And once you do, say something bad, Jason. I'm not. They may still be the same person. Number 2, triangulation. What's triangulation? That's like when somebody at the top wanted to. Triangulation. It's the process where they send, or the best family member or friend, they try to come in and fix the so-called problem. Hey, yeah, my name is DJ Neutral. They come like on turntables. DJ Neutral. I ain't beefing with you. I ain't beefing with them. I ain't in this. But they're in it. They're in it. Have you ever met people that is not in your business, but they're in your business? Hey man, I'm not even here right now. It's like, but you're here right now. You can like try that at a bank. Try that at a bank. Go rob a bank and then say, man, I'm not even here. When the cops come, I ain't even here right now. And see if you don't go to jail. If that works, I want to come with you and try it for science reasons. But I've never heard of that working. So these people are going to say that to you. Hey, that's that slipper. You see how slimy that feels? Hey. I'm just here trying to just slide on in, just slide around you, slide in circles around you, lyrically. You over here like, hey, I'm just trying to come in and fix the problem. That's triangulation. That's called triangulation. In how she calls it. I'm not saying this the end all be all. This called a square because you can add in. I hope y'all not listening. People like that. Number 3. This is a good one. Diffusion of responsibility. This is a psychological concept. This is where the family member or the project member does something horrible or turn their back on you or never cared to understand you. They will sit back and see who fixes the problem. They created it, but look, they're going to sit back and see who fixes it. Dang, that's lazy. Because they are used to some other person stepping up or stepping in to fix their problems. They're used to that. They throwing bombs, blowing up everything, and they like, who's going to fix my problems? Those are usually the babies of the family. The people that you're beefing with, see if they have siblings, because again, if they the only child, that's a different type of fight. But if they're not, if they're the baby of the family, that's a crazy, crazy psychological adult child stuff that's just crazy you're going to get with people like that. Man, Jason hating on the babies of the family. The firstborns. Those are Dick Tracy's. Those are dictators. Those could be dictators. Those people are the firstborn of their families, and they're usually the firstborn in the world. And then the middle children. I'm not being biased, but I heard those are usually the best. No, I'm just playing. They're crazy too. I'm not letting anybody be exempt with crazy. There's just different definitions of crazy within those fields. Yeah, you talk crazy. So these people, diffusion of responsibility, this is a psychological concept. So again, I'm not judging. These are psychological concepts where the family member or project member does something horrible. Throw this monkey wrench. Oh, you think they're going to fix it? Oh, that's cute. You think they're going to fix it? They're going to sit back and see who fixes their problems because they're used to some other person stepping up and stepping in to fix their problems. That's diffusion. That's number 3, diffusion of responsibility. Number 4, they are so very, 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 very confusing, which is a manipulation tactic for some. Not all. He said everybody be manipulating for some. He said most people be for some. So they are very confusing, which could be a manipulation tactic for all people. For some people, after confusion, they may try to make you feel indebted to them instead of feeling supported by them. I'm going to tell you this one more time. It's people that help you that make you feel indebted to them. I helped you. What? And then there's some people who, hey, I helped you. Do you feel helped? Is it helping? How could I help better? Tell me how I could be a better helper. Man, I see it helping. Do you want a hamburger helper tonight? No, just play it with the last part. So, that was funny though. But again, it's people who will make you feel indebted to their help. Like, hey, I helped you. Old Death Row Records. Shout out to Snoop Dogg with the new Death Row Records. But old Death Row Records, imagine getting help from them. You might, hey, I helped you, man. Let me, I'm just playing. But I'm super happy for Snoop. So instead of feeling supported by them. Number 5, lack of effort. Are they doing their best? can they even see you? Can they hear you? Do they focus on others when you needed them most or when you need them most? Did they sabotage something that was very important to you? They can and they have abandoned you. Watch this. They can and they have abandoned you. They can and they have abandoned you at the worst possible times. Nah, they only abandon me when I'm balling out of control and at the worst possible times. Yeah, they only abandon me when I hit the lottery and at the worst possible times. Yeah, they only abandon me when I'm making my most money and I'm at my most desired career at the worst possible times. Instead of helping you with the problem, they try to shame you for it. Those are people you might want to let go. And again, I didn't tell you how to let people go. I said these are people you may want to let go. Number 6, they can and they will easily betray you. There's a high chance your personal business will be shared at your discretion. No, at their discretion. There's a high chance that your personal business will be shared at their discretion, not yours. What do you mean? We were together and da-da-da-da. People might believe them. Man, you better let man, y'all grew up together. People might believe. Man, let that stuff ride. Let it ride. Let it ride. But let them go. But let it ride. Man, they could destroy my... You were the first sperm cell that made it to your mom. Again, unless you were a twin. Whatever your religion is, you're telling me these people are stronger than that. These people been around. These people been around for hundreds of years or thousands of years. The creator of those people and the creator of what those people are hanging out on that are older than them, there's like levels of what we can even understand of where we come from and who's really running this. And again, according to even laws, universal, besides man laws, we have so much that we still don't understand. So you talking about your haters is bigger than that? Nah. So again, your personal business being shared at their discretion and not yours, let it ride. But this is what you got to understand. Live your truth, because this bad press is going to make people look at you. Let me see all this bad stuff they be saying about you. And imagine you living in your element. While all these people checking you out. Because when people say bad stuff about you, it makes people research you. Cool. Number 7. You possibly want to get rid of anyone and everyone that is playing both sides. Now, this means a lot to me. I promise you. I don't play around with this one. Get rid of anybody that's playing both sides, because that means to manipulate two opposing sides of an argument, conflict, competition, etc. against one another for one's own benefit or advantage. They say in the legal world, ignorance of the law is no excuse. They'll literally tell you that in the legal world. Ignorance of the law is no excuse. So, keeping somebody that's playing both sides is dangerous. This is what I hear a lot. Tell me what y'all think about this. Why didn't other family members or project members intervene and help me? Really feel me on this. I promise you. Really feel me on this. Really feel me. Please. I'm going to say this again. Why did my family members help me and intervene? Or watch this. Why did my project members help me and intervene when I needed help? Number 8. In 1964, Kitty Genevieve was murdered in Queens, New York, while others watched. This is called the bystander effect, which means that humans can be so self-absorbed and they can lack general knowledge of actual human need during the actual murder. Then what do you expect when your family and project members do to someone who is actually trying to murder your character, your business, your reputation, your home life, etc.? In 1964, there was a murder amongst many murders where people could have helped but you're expecting people to fight the murderers. I'm sorry, the so-called attempted murderers of your character, of your business, of your reputation, your home life, etc. I'm going to say this again. Depending on the wrong people for help, and not the right people, but the wrong people, is ignorance at the highest level. The definition of ignorance is lacking knowledge. And how much knowledge do we truly have about the best or most right people for us? Yeah, I said it, right people for us. We know, or we eventually know, who is most wrong for us, but it's nothing like knowing who is most right for us. Remember, we started off on a good note, but I got 7 more people that you may want to throw out your arcs. Number 1, let go of people. Now, these 2 are general. Let go of people with a problem for every solution. Right? That's general. We got a solution, but what about this? We got a solution, but what about this problem? We got a solution, but what? This could happen. What if we got a solution? We could get hit in the head. What? Oh, I'm sorry. They're on the road. So, number 1, let go of people with a problem for every solution. Not a solution for every solution. And let go of people, number 2, let go of people that are committed to negativity. I didn't say go through negativity. I didn't say it's going through a storm. I said committed to negativity. Number 3, let go of people that don't react. Now, I've seen some cold people do this. This may even be a part of their game plan. This allows for more control, because look at you. Because people don't know much or of anything about you, because look what you're doing. And again, I'm only talking about people that do this on purpose. And we definitely can unpack this later. But again, get rid of people. Hey, I need you to do stuff. Faith without works is dead. Next one. Let go of people that tell you. This is deep. Are you listening to this? You listening? Let go of people that tell you to let go of everyone that magically makes you unhappy. But they never tell you how to grow with the person or people. It's like they're only in your life to help you get rid of people. I call these people hater hitmen or hater hit women. What does a hit man do? How many hitmen are like this? Hey, we need to unite. How many hitmen have been over? I'm talking about, because again, there's an exception. I'm talking about like just, you see what I'm saying? Hit people they're there to subtract. So they won't grow your network. they're there to decrease. So their words to divide people sound magical. Divide. But their words to connect, combine, merge people will be little to none. I call this narcissistic and sociopathic public speaking. That's what I call it. You can't pray away every challenge or things you don't feel good, because this is where growth comes from. That's like going to the gym and getting in your best shape, but praying away the many pains that are interwoven into the gym experience. Keep doing the right things when wrong things are happening to you, and you will best grow through what you best go through, if that makes sense. Shout out to Tyrese. Let go of people. Next one. Let go of people that don't want to change. I don't want to change. Let go of people that don't want to change. But watch this. But they listen to public speakers that tell them. Here, listen to this. This might be my favorite one. Yeah, this is my favorite one. Check this one out. Better than the next one, the last one. This is my favorite one. Let go of people that don't want to change, but they listen to public speakers that tell them, if someone leaves you, don't fight for it, just let them go, without thoroughly covering the things that make people leave other people. I'm going to say this again. Let go of people that don't want to change, but they listen to public speakers that tell them, if someone leaves them, don't fight for it, let them go, without thoroughly covering the things that make people leave other people. Translation: that speaker doesn't know your personal development history. We are told to get rid of people based upon their abilities to add value to our lives. But I don't see a lot of speakers talking about the things that make people leave you. This conversation should expose more of why people break up, versus pushing the more breakups without exposing how both parties added to the actual outcome. Example? Well, you know how the medical world exposed how men and women contributed to the outcome of babies, and now we know where babies come from. Just think about the first people who was like, man, babies come from here, but they didn't know the science, right? But the medical world exposed us to how men and women contributed to the outcome of babies. And now we know how babies are made. And, we kind of know that now. But we are still oblivious to how, we are oblivious. I'm saying obvious. We are oblivious to how breakups are made. So we stay too long, or we leave too early, or we don't leave, or we leave in an unforgivable scumbag way, or we don't stay, or we don't give it our all, or we give too much to the wrong person, or we give too little to the right person. We deal with the wrong person at the right time, or with the right person at the wrong time. There's a lot that goes with that. So again, you're not perfect. So the people that tells you, the people that walk out of your life, let them go. People walk out of your life because you suck too. Everybody sucks. Everybody has time where they suck. So at the end of the day, miss me with that. You missing a good thing. And that's on both sides, and that's old and young. Because everybody, nah, you got left. You got left, son. And again, everybody go through that. Sometimes you gotta just, just don't be the person where they left a good thing. Nah, you got left. Why did you get left? I'm sorry, that's not grammatic. Why did they leave? Looking. All right, next one. This is deep. This might be my favorite one. Out of sight, out of mind people. Out of sight and out of mind people. That's what's up. Out of sight, out of mind people. Out of sight, out of mind works on people. Watch this. And pain. I'm out of sight, out of mind. I don't even need to look at you no more. Look, people and pain. But it's funny how we easily use this on people only. But we seem to let the past, present, and watch this, made up future pains into our arcs. Out of sight, out of mind people. Out of sight, out of mind works on people and pain. But it's funny how we easily use this on people. Out of sight, out of mind. But we let past, come on in, past, to this arc. Come on into the arc. Present, come on, present pains. Come on, y'all come in. Come on in. Come on in, my arcs. And watch this. Future? No, the future's not happening until the present. So the future really is the present. Right? Because the future is not happening. So your made up future. Come on into the arc. Yeah, I'm gonna make you up. Yeah, this could happen. Yeah, come on in, made up future. Yeah. But you out of sight, out of mind with people, and you let your pains in. Stop playing. So here we go. Because we got to make it hurt. Because we got to not do it. So I got to make it feel stupid. I got to make this feel stupid. If these people were nightclubs, then pain would get in free. But the humans that caused the pain would be banned from the nightclub. As a matter of fact, some people's nightclubs would have pain night. They would have pain night instead of ladies night. And Martin Payne instead of Martin Lawrence would be the most booked stand-up comedian at the comedy nightclubs. Look at nightclubs. I would say this again. Out of sight, out of mind works on people and pain. And if these people were nightclubs, then pain would get in free. Come on, pain. Y'all don't even have to wait in line. Come on in, pain. Humans, nah. This is out of sight, out of mind club. Humans, get out of here. Can't get in, but pain, you can get in. Y'all don't even need to pay. And y'all drink all night. Drink me out of business. Humans, get out. We don't even look at you. Out of sight, out of mind. It's a power to that, right? They're not looking at me. They're not focusing on me. Yes, they will. That only works when they're not going through a test, when they don't need medical attention, and when they get old. I have never met an old person be like, I ain't looking at y'all. I don't need no help. So-called old people don't talk like that. So that doesn't hold up long. Next, let go of people you may possibly, let me be politically correct. You may want to let go of people that only tell you, don't worry about losing people. Oh, these are bars. I gotta take my time with this one. This is my favorite one. I'm not trying to be funny. This is my favorite one. I'll actually end it on this one. I saved the best for last. I'm actually going to use a clip of this. Here we go. Let go of people that only tell you, don't worry about losing people because some people are only supposed to be around for seasons. Jason, that's deep. That's deep, man. What do you mean? You gonna find an error in that. Some people ain't supposed to be in your life. You're right. That makes me feel good. That makes me feel good about losing them. Please remember losing them. Losing them. Seasons, Jason. Losing them. Seasons, Jason. Losing them. Seasons, Jason. Losing them. Now I'm setting you up mentally. Now here we go. Let go of people that only tell you don't worry about losing people when some people are only supposed to be in your life for seasons. Losing them. Okay, so let's call this relationship seasons. Losing them. I'm a sports fan, so I know there's teams that have losing seasons for decades. There could be many reasons why these sports teams have losing seasons, just like a person can have losing relationship seasons for decades. Just because a person is supposed to be in your life for seasons doesn't mean that you could be the sports team. Now, please listen to me well. Please listen to me well. Please. Here we go. Just because a person is supposed to be in your life for seasons doesn't mean that you could be the sports team, or you could be the team owner that nobody wants to play for. Let me go back to the top of this, because I can't even say seasons no more. Let go of people that tell you don't worry about losing people because some people are supposed to be in your life or around for a season or for seasons. Nah. Let's call this relationship seasons. And again, I'm a sports fan. I know there are teams that have losing seasons for decades. There could be many reasons why these sports teams have losing seasons. There are reasons. You have to understand that there are reasons. Just like a person can have losing relationship seasons for decades. So just because a person is supposed to be in your life for seasons doesn't mean you're the sports team. You're the sports team, or you're the team owner that nobody wants to play for or can play for. I'm going to close it here. But I do have a funny one. I do have some funny one. I would have ended with this. And again, we're closed, but I'm going to end with this one as far as cutting off the New Year's Eve cutoff that everyone be doing on social media, right? So it'd be like 2015. I'm cutting everyone off that doesn't serve me. I'm cutting everybody off. This is New Year's Eve 2015. New Year's Eve 2016. New year, new me, new friends. Cutting everybody off. 2017. Everyone can't go on my new journey. Cutting everybody off. 2018. Even though I cut you off, even though I cut everybody off, I still love y'all, but I gotta cutting everybody off. 2019. Cutting off all dead weight from my growth. I gotta focus on my growth. It's just me. I gotta focus on I'm cutting everything off. 2020. Letting go of all negativity for my peace. It's gotta be peace. Now, the creator of peace created negativity. Like, you're just gonna magically not deal with negativity. The creator of peace created negativity, and you're just only gonna deal with one part of duality. Amazing. 2021, changing the people around me to grow. I'm changing the people around me, cutting people off. 2022, wow, I'm the common denominator. I'm going to work on myself because like attracts like, and I'm the actual magnet to all these people that I'm cutting off. Because we really are scissors with magnets. All these people are connected to your magnet. And you like, man, I'm cutting you off. You know what I'm saying? You were just like everybody that you're cutting off. Stop talking crazy about the people you cutting off. Because all you're telling people is what you're like, what you are. Look, you're scissors with magnets on it. All the people you cut off and better than, they attracted to your magnet. And that's for all cultures, because I've heard some crazy stuff. That's for all cultures and genders and whatever. It's just, you're the magnet connected. You're the magnetic scissors. The magnet. That's what I'm gonna call it. Magnetic scissors. Everybody you're cutting off is just people that are you. I'm different. People that were you. I know I'm better now. No. The new you is somebody's lower. And then when you go higher than that, it'll still be somebody's lower who's above that. So you mastered infinity? No. Be nice to the people that you're bigger than. Yeah, we're going to end it there. So, I am going to...
Recording stopped.
Stop the recording. For the Q&A, I'm going to stop this live. Peace and love.